What is it, like half a year since my last fragrance review? Whoops. Hey forum, Manny back here with another video on the CascadeScents fragrance station, and this one is a fragrance review, this time on Aventus by Creed, of course. Now Aventus has been reviewed to death on YouTube as well as other mediums, but we're currently in this kind of a spring to summer transition period right now, aka prime Aventus season, so for what it's worth, I hope you guys enjoy my thoughts on this very talked about juice. But let's not waste any more time though and get straight into the scent. Now keep in mind that I'm reviewing the Aventus batch that's listed on screen, which is a 15R12. It's very fruity, it opens up with a big blast of pineapple that's kind of in your face, but it's super pleasant. Then I get some of the blackcurrant and the other fruits as soon as the pineapple kind of mellows out, which is almost a few minutes in. That being said, I do not get a lot of woods from this batch at all. We're talking only a hint of that smoky birch tar. I've smelled several well-balanced Aventus batches in the past, and it's safe to say that I don't think that this is one of them. Like, I feel like this is already trying to dry down like 10 minutes into my wear. We're talking oak moss substitutes and musk in those base notes for the most part, so as that fruity cornucopia fades, the musk starts to be way more prominent. It's a musk that I wouldn't define as unisex either. It's quite masculine as far as societal standards say. So overall, it's a super sophisticated masculine vibe that's equally playful with that fruity vibe too, which I think I love overall. On to the next category, which is versatility. Now, while you can use Aventus for just about every season, I think this batch definitely leans summery, especially with the amplified fruitiness here. But as far as actual occasion, you can never go wrong with Aventus. Day or night, work or play, formal or casual, it's just the best. Definitely top tier versatility for Aventus, not much more else to say. Now on to the next category, which is performance. And just so you guys know, for my testing purposes, with a juice like Aventus, I kind of spray once on each of the insides of my wrists, as well as one big spray on my shirt, and then do what I normally do with a spray on each side of my neck as well as behind my neck. Now I keep mentioning that this overall batch leans towards mainly the hotter weather for me, but since it is Aventus at the end of the day, which is known for its versatility, I decided to test this batch throughout just about every part of the year. So during average to warmer temperature days, projection wise, this stuff is very good, like beyond an arm's length even, and it would project for about 4 to 5 hours. Like I'd wear this at work and still be getting wafts of it that many hours into my shift, which is great. Then after around that 5-hour mark, it starts to become skin scent territory, and it's going to last for maybe another few hours after that, so we're talking 8 or 9 hours of longevity overall. So in my experience, Aventus is definitely a winner throughout favorable conditions. That being said, my experience with Aventus during the cooler weather is kind of god-awful. And I'd be fairly moisturized too, so like I'd spray Aventus on in the morning, take a 15-minute drive to my workplace, park my car, go inside, and at that point it's no more than maybe a half hour since I actually sprayed this stuff, and it's almost completely gone. Like I'd get 0 whiffs of this in the air whatsoever, so I'd have to physically hunt it down on my skin like that, which is no fun. So overall, I wouldn't say performance wise that this is that versatile either, but all in all, I'd say maybe 10 degrees Celsius or higher is Aventus territory for me. Otherwise, let me holler at a more bona fide cool weather juice. Now moving on to the next category, and I've renamed this one. What once was called compliments is now called feedback. I just think that feedback is a way more complete term here, because it is possible for you to get negative feedback on what you're wearing. Compliments kind of just implies positive. So since words and reactions can go both ways, feedback it is. That being said, feedback here is very compliment heavy. We're talking borderline, if not critical acclaim from anyone who's given me an unsolicited compliment about this. Like we're talking they'll actually ask me what this is for them to wear or to buy for a significant other, and that to me is like the best compliment possible. I'll honestly get a compliment like that at least once a night, whether it be at work or if I'm out with the homies or if I'm on a date. It just happens. And then I hilariously have to explain to them what Aventus is and who Creed are and all that riffraff, but that comes with being a fragrance head, right? But yeah, overall, I really can't complain with the feedback here. It's top tier. Aventus, you know what it is. Now, last category is value. Is this Aventus batch worth it? At an MSRP of $455 US for this 120 ml, it's hard to say. Like, I think the scent here is overall pretty well blended, but because it lacks that typical Aventus smoky backbone, I think that's why it also doesn't perform as well. As a result, the versatility for me is kind of hampered towards the cooler months because the performance isn't as good. That's obviously a problem if I'm looking to get the most versatility and value out of this, which I am. But again, I love what this stuff does for me in the summer months so much that I kind of just gloss over those shortcomings. So in retrospect, would I buy this Aventus batch from a discount retailer for maybe $150-ish or less? Yes, I did, but I have to keep it 100 with you. We do keep it official here on CascadeScents. So again, at a $455 US retail price, is this worth it? And I honestly can't say that it is, sadly. fragrance. As a result, at that evaluation, I'd have to give it an overall score of an 8 out of 10. I'm honestly not that irked on this less rugged take on Aventus. Once again, I love how godlike it is during the warmer weather, but to me, just that is not enough to live up to that price tag, although I wish it did. But what about you though? How do you feel about Aventus? Would you rate it higher or lower? Do you think it's worth its current retail price or even discounted right now? As always, let me know in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe if you haven't yet. It would definitely mean a lot. Thanks again for the ongoing support as always, and I'll see you later. Take care, peace out, bye. Where are your fragrances?